Hello, welcome back to all of my beast. We're back with Fureraba. This is gonna be a short one because yes, I feel awake enough to actually record, but still, it's only enough for an hour. Also, I got Ghost of Tsushima, so that's nice. So basically, hold on. I'll basically only be recording for like an hour before going to bed, something like that. So yeah, let's have fun with it. Also, I actually had quite a bit of fun at the internship. It was really nice there. Well, you didn't have any classes. Well, we didn't have any classes, just the opening ceremony and homeroom. Apparently next week is when we'll decide class roles, determine schedules, and all that jazz. Here at Josei High, we have a pretty unusual system where the students form their own curriculum. It's one thing that sets our school apart from the rest of the nations. Don't. Just don't. The literature club, where'd that come from? Dude, the only instrument you can play is the triangle. Once upon a time, I also thought about joining the brass band, but it's legit only girls in there, and it's pretty nerve-wracking in its own right, about being the only guy and all. Look, why are you mad at me? I don't recall doing anything today to piss in your Cheerios. Huh. Someone saying that literally just make me put my foot in there. This is a fucking classroom. I'm gonna still uphold like a normal, just private space distance kind. Like, I'm not gonna invade your private space. I'm still gonna keep a reasonable distance. That's normal for humans. But if you're gonna be like, okay, you are not to enter this area, fuck you. With that, she takes out a marker and puts some marks on the ground. Holy hell, is this girl in an elementary school? Huh, that's the kind of thing I'd expect a kid to do. But, whoa! My body's being pulled in by some unknown force! She thus flees from the classroom at full speed. Gotta say, that girl seems to have two states, mad or screaming. Yeah, she can't really blame others for thinking that way. Can't really say for certain since I don't have any contact with her since I didn't have any contact last year, but I bet she's the type of person that makes more enemies than friends, and deliberately too. Mochizuki leaves after waving her hand to everyone in the classroom. Considering just the way she acts around people and how people around her take to her, Mochizuki kind of seems like the polar opposite of Hiragi. Even upperclassmen and teachers like her, and honestly, I think that's pretty cool. For a moment, I consider going up and saying hey to Himari, but I decide not to. I don't know what I'd really say anyways. Plus, I don't want to bother her when she's having that much fun chatting with her friends. Well, frankly speaking, it'd just be awkward for the both of us if I talk to her. Alright, guess I'll head home and play some games. Vad är vilken slags kylafton för den? Nah, but in it. It's kind of Ghost of Tsushima, so. Oh, un momento, So about that, I'll be right back. Alright? Alright, back. I change into my outdoor shoes at the entrance and leave the school. Guess I'll swing by the game store at the station and dig through the discount bin or something. The girl I just saw in the classroom sprints off before me. Holy cow, I'm impressed. Like she might actually be faster than me. Oh there! You okay? Hi. Oh shit. This isn't nervousness or anything at work here, it's just plain and simple awkward. After exchanging greetings, I can't think of a single thing to talk about, and while I know it's the same for her, I'm definitely in the together spot in this situation. In the tougher spot in this situation. Hey, what about your friend? You don't want to get left behind, do you? She then gets a better hold of her school bag and passes me in a light run. He really doesn't turn around even once on her way. She just runs off towards the station as fast as she can. I almost broke out in a cold sweat. Knew things would be awkward, but man, Himari and me are so much more distant than I thought. We'll be in the same class for the coming years, so I at least want to get to the point where we can have a normal conversation. But, well, now, after all this time, hold on. Wouldn't feel right to just put us as strangers, but we aren't really what you'd call close either. Itchy. Here's my big shot, my second spring in Josai High. I spent my first day in the new year with a mix of conflicting emotions swirling inside of me.
Fureraba.
Who the fuck's that one? Goddamn mystery chick. I stopped my alarm, get out of bed, well rested and awake like yesterday. It's just a bit past 7 AM, probably. I give my face a good quick wash in the bathroom and get ready to go to school. Sometime in the evening. We just have a half day at school today, and I've got my job in the afternoon. My current part-time job is a bit odd. It's a day labor job by the station. Generally speaking, it mostly consists of stuff like setting up the stage for concerts and stuff they hold at the main square, or random other things they can find for me to do inside the shopping mall. I have set days off, plus the pay is pretty good too, which is why I've stuck with it for this past year. Gotcha. My mom is an excellent cook. Man, I'm already looking forward to coming home after work. You know, it'd be nice if she just... As I was about to say, it would be nice if she actually, like, looked at the hell, like, actually listened to the goddamn expiration dates. Huh? Get to the street I usually take that leads to school. It's kinda loud here for so early. What's going on, a fight? Hey Mochizuki, what's all the hubbub about? The guy's name is Sugasaki Momo. Just like Genki, he's one of my pals from the class I was in last year. He's a pretty weak and non-athletic kind of guy, but his grades are top-notch. He has a bit of a pretty boy look, and furthermore, he's a pleasant guy to be around 99% of the time. Though the one blemish on his record is that fetish of his. That said, abnormal fetish.
この子は日本トカゲといって、日本全国に広く分布している最もポピュラーなトカゲなんだ。日本科のヘビとよく間違われるんだけど、その違いを見分けるにはまずこの尻尾が。そんなことはどうでもいいんだよ。そうじゃなくて、なんでそんな気持ち悪いものをいちいち私に近づけてくるんだって話。おまけに肌触りが最高だとか、その下の動きに興奮するだとか。ありえない。爬虫類マニアとか私一切近づきたくないんだけど。そんな。だって今ここにいた野良犬よりこっちの方が可愛いでしょ。犬の方が可愛いに決まってるだろ。
Look, Momo, just give it a rest. She's seriously creeped out.
そうね。というか女子なら普通の反応だと思うけど。
今日もまた一人トカゲに理解を示さない人が目の前に現れるなんて。
He then drops to his knees before there on the spot, and in most overly dramatic way possible, enters a pose of despair as if the situation demanded it.
おい、なんなんだよこいつ。お前たちの知り合いか。知り合いだけど、柊さんも今年1年はこの子と同じクラスよ。は？
Come on, Momo, introduce yourself. That girl there is Hiragi from our class.
え？クラスメイトだったの？
He then clears his throat with a cough and proceeds to tidy up his disheveled uniform.
どうもはじめまして。僕は爬虫類同好会所属の菅崎桃です。趣味はご覧の通り爬虫類の飼育と観察。最近は独学で遺伝子工学に手を伸ばしてます。
遺伝子工学？
like, my reaction is use here. Like, genetic engineering.
爬虫類マニアのガリ弁か。どこをどうとってもろくな匂いがしないな。
There really is just no right with her, is there? Like, you hit the books, goddamn nerd. You probably are good at sports, fucking muscle brain, probably. Let's be fucking honest, that's what it's gonna boil down to.
ただの爬虫類マニアならどれだけマシなことか。
Well, you're bound to find out sooner or later, Hiragi, so I'll just tell you now. This guy is no simple reptile freak. He's far, far worse than you can possibly imagine. He's what they call a scaly. Likes reptilians in particular. Oh no.
リザードマン？
Momo, explain it to her.
わかった。簡単に説明すると、リザードマンは二足歩行するトカゲの人間のことで、仮想世界にのみ存在するロマンあふれる生き物のことなんだ。
At least there's no danger of him fucking my cat, since he's a scaly instead of a furry.
チャームポイントはよく動く眼球に高速で動く舌。あとは夏でも冷ややかな鱗が特徴かな。基本的にはファンタジー世界で武器を振り回す敵役として描かれることが多いんだけど、僕の趣味はそっちじゃない。例えばそうだな。
I thought he unzipped his pants there for a second. He then takes out a book from his bag.
これは僕が描いたワンシーンなんだけど、一般的な女性の裸体より僕はこんな感じのリザードマンの産卵シーンの方が。おい、変態だ。こいつ間違いなく変態だぞ。
いや、これがなければ普通にただの温厚な男子なんだけど。
The worst part is he's a seriously good drawer, so his horny fantasy pictures, like that Eggling one, turn out really detailed. That is why none of the girls in our class go anywhere near him despite his pretty boy looks.
リザードマンはいいよ。好きになれば身も心も癒してくれる最高の天使となってくれるんだ。いや、天使じゃなくてトカゲだろ、トカゲ。
Oh, whoops, I just realized that I do actually occasionally block up. Fuck, I guess I'll have to do this.
わ
After
から
all.
ないわ。羽の生えたトカゲも彼の中には存在しているのかもしれないし。
柊さんだっけ。見た目やイメージだけで毛嫌いしないで、ちょっと想像してみてよ。
There we go.
例えば朝起きてリビングへ足を運ぶと、そこには家族みんなが幸せそうに食卓を囲んでいるんだ。テーブルにはお父さん、お母さん、お姉ちゃん、そして妹のリザードマン。
And you make two little sisters as well! No!
ほらね、一匹くらい混ざってたって全然違和感ないでしょ。
あるに決まってんだろ。お前本気で頭湧いてんじゃないのか。
Poor girl. She's already playing right into his hands by responding to everything he says. Come down. You can trash at him all you want, but it won't do a lick of damage to him. Let him be, Garagi. People like him are out there, whether we like it or not. So we just have to accept it. Heck, because of his weird tastes, Momo no longer has the ability to feel anything for normal girls. You should actually take pity on him and try to be nice to him.
無理だ。そいつのキモさは常軌を逸している。
By the way, if you want to get on his good side, you can end all your sentences with lizard-like screeches.
するわけないだろ。一人でやってろ。
はいはい、柊さんもそろそろ落ち着いて。ももっちも新学期早々一般人を刺激しない。
はーい、すみません。
She walks off in the direction of the school, pissed off beyond measure. Well, can't blame her. I mean, when I first met Momo, I was creeped out even more than she was. Now, you know, now that I've been around him a while, lizards are actually quite cute.
そう？
But going from that to legit getting horny over them like Momo is just something I will never understand.
何か言った？
Nope, don't mind me. Then proceeds to make proceed to make our way to school together. If I just turn a blind eye to Momo's fetishes, he's actually one of the few friends I can actually count on. I think he's also a pretty nice guy, despite how he can come off sometimes. All things considered, I'd say I actually have some really great friends.
続きましては男子サッカー部です。5分間のアピールタイムをどうぞ。
我々男子サッカー部は本当は野球の方が好きです。一緒に野球をやってくれる新入生大おしゃちゃん。
はい、ありがとうございました。
What the fuck?
だからうちのサッカー部って弱いのよね。
素直に野球部と合流すればいいのにな。
After arriving at school, we moved over to the gym immediately. We're having a school assembly all throughout the morning, which is mainly so all the extracurriculars can try and recruit. The specific amount of money they get allocated to, the specific amount of money that gets allocated to a club or team depends on the number of members they have. So everyone is pretty eager to scoop up the freshmen for themselves. This will be particularly evident today after school. All sports teams have been figuring out who in the new freshman class is good at sports, so they'll be doing a form of light scouting. There we go.
女子水泳部の柊です。変なやつが入ってくると私の泳ぐ時間が減るので来ないでください。ちょっと柊さん。何？私なんかまずいこと言ってる？
Oh, so she's on a swim team, huh? Man, she couldn't have appeared less enthusiastic about pitching to her team. I don't know if she actually thinks they don't need new members or something, but whatever the case, her face is expressionless as she stands up on stage, much unlike earlier. It still feels like a dream or something to me now, but she was legitimately cute back then in the park when she was playing with her dog. I still remember how nervous I was back then, and naturally it's a bit hard for me to believe that the girl I talked to then is this very same girl I know now. I mean, heck, if she just fixed up her act some, she'd be popular with guys, wouldn't she? I guess the decision on that would be all up to her in the end. It depends on what you like in a girl, but personally I feel like there's something different about Hiragi than other girls, in a good sense of course. That said, don't take that to mean I plan on trying to get with her or anything. As for others,
大本命は皆原さんだよな。可愛くておまけに話しやすいし、あの明るい笑顔が何とも言えん。
あれは付き合ったら絶対尽くしてくれるタイプだって。見た目からすでに母性の片鱗が。
I guess it's not that much of a surprise that other guys like Himari. Some girls out there have the looks, but make no effort to stand out. Find them at every school. Himari, I would say, falls under that category. She's super open, smiles a lot around her family and people she's close to, but pretty much everyone, she can also be contentious about what people think about her when she's out in public. Conscientious, not contentious, I'm a fucking idiot. No, I don't know if she's still that way now. If I really want to know, the fastest route would be to go to one of her friends. I'm pretty sure there's this chipper girl that's like always with her.
ねえねえ、ひまひま、今日の放課後暇？今のところ予定はないけど。
Oh yeah, that's her there. And that girl over there, 7th in the front. Do you know her name?
野々村さん？
Yeah, thanks. So Nonomura is her name. I think I've heard her first name, which should be Tomomi. Tomomi, there we go. More like that. If I started talking to Himari again, I imagine I'd naturally talk a lot with her too. Just by looking at them, you can tell they're particularly close, so I guess she's probably her best friend.
また女子ばっかりデレデレ眺めちゃって。注目は皆原さん？
I'm not captivated by her. What the heck?
照れない照れない。あの子男子からも人気あるもんね。狙うなら競争率高そうだけど大丈夫？
Stop making up your own little story. I don't have a crush on her or anything, so teasing me about it won't get you anywhere.
あれ？早速去年のあんたに戻ってるわよ。昨日は開き直るって大声で宣言してなかったっけ？
This is bad news. Mochizuki really went and pulled that card on me. I'm screwed. Well, second thought, I'm not really after Himari because I want to date her or anything, so I have no reason to fall for her bait. Hate to break it to you, but I'm a guy who knows the meaning of the word moderation. Unlike the other brainless fools of my gender, my mind isn't filled with sex 24/7.
あんたの場合、変にカッコつけないで愚かでいる方がいいと思うけど。
What are you trying to imply?
なんでもありません。
She then takes out a nail buffer from her uniform's pocket. Using that, she elegantly polishes her nails with her usual bored expression, then once done, shows me her now shiny sparkling nails briefly. Probably went without saying that neither she nor I have been listening to any of these club and team introductions.
それじゃあ今からプリント配るぞ。まあ説明しなくてもわかると思うが、うちの学校は選択授業制度を導入している。去年同様、これに第1希望から第3希望まで自分の受けたい授業を記入していってくれ。
Let's see then. The clubbing team introduction over, we all are now back in the classroom. Like Justice announced, the papers are given out front to back. Then everyone takes their mechanical pencils and starts to select their classes while pondering what they want to take.
はい。お前、家庭科の授業、どうする？
Home economics? Genki, my friend, you want me to sue at this point in my life? Dude, I would take more PE and practical chemistry classes over that any day. That shit's like stabbing my fingers with needles.
バカかよ、お前。家庭科の授業は女子と仲良くなれるボーナス授業だぞ。調理実習なんて料理のうまい下手に関わらず女子とおしゃべりしまくりじゃねえか。
I see what you mean now. The other guys around us start to mark home economics as their number one. But with that many more people wanting to take it, there'll They'll have to be drawn They'll have to draw names to decide who gets in. I feel like I'd enjoy that even if I was the only dude in there.
だろだから最初に抽選になったとしても、とりあえず今は家庭科をマークしておけ。
I'll do that. Heeding to Genki's advice, I proceed to build a schedule solely around getting home economics. Man, if the schedule gets okayed, my school week should be heaven. You're a fucking idiot. You're wasting your entire school career. Your entire curriculum in order to get girls. That's fucking stupid. You won't have a proper education to actually get a nice job. All you will know is fucking home economics.
ねえ変態。
Genki, she's calling you.
お前に言ってるんだけど。
Why yes, of course. How may I help you, madame?
その、お前の時間割見せろよ。
What? This is some kind of joke. I thought you didn't give a care in the world about me. She wants to avoid everything you're in.
今はあるんだ。いいから早く見せろ。
Okay. She'll probably just get even fuzzier if I don't show her, so I decide to give in and show her. What's up with this? Why is she interested in my schedule?
月曜の1次元目。数学。2限目は原告にしてと。
Hold it. For whatever reason, she's rewriting my entire schedule, just like that!
何？
Don't want me, that's my schedule. Why are you changing it?
しょうがないだろ。こっちはお前と受ける授業をかぶりたくないんだから。
Wow, yeesh, you must really hate my guts.
ちょっと
In the interest of fairness, I also matched her schedule. Let's see, other than the mandatory subjects. What's this? PE Home Economics Crafting. You should take a class or two that actually requires thinking.
あんたに言われたくないわよ。男のくせに家庭科の授業を受けるとか、どうせ女子目当てなんでしょ。
Round the money.
本当に最低。
Exasperation washes over her. Oh well, since I'm so wise and almighty, I'll change your schedule to include more rigorous stuff that'll help her in the future. Starting with the first class math, modern society, history, and another round of math. There we go.
ちょっとあんたこそ何勝手に書いてんのよ。
Huh? P is the one class you want none of? I can do that. I'll make sure not to include PE anywhere in your schedule.
バカなこと言ってんじゃないわよ。体育がなかったら私死んじゃうじゃない。
What? You'd die? Poor girl. Apparently my seat neighbor has been burdened with a body that'll die unless she has a couple of PE classes throughout the week. Look, don't be such a Debbie Downer. Biology's tons of fun. You get to look into microscopes and into a microscope and stuff.
僕も一緒だけどね。柊さんってカエルの解剖とか興味あったりしない？
ない。というかトカゲ野郎がいるならなおさら嫌だ。絶対生物なんて取りたくない。
僕嫌われすぎ。
But man, Hiragi, it feels like you have a ton of people on your don't like list. Teasing her anymore would just get her mad for real, so I returned the paper to her. She basically just grouchy every waking hour of the day. I mean, back when she did the club introduction, she was pretty much like that too.
とにかくできるだけお前を避けて授業を入れる。席も近いし、お前といるとこっちはペースを乱されっぱなしだからな。
Hey, are you still upset about what happened back then?
あ
You know, at the park when I...
あの時は
and Pompon.
シャルロットだって言ってんだろ
Yes, Hiragi is the type that responds to jokes explosively. But yeah, like the way she just burst out yelling at everything I say only makes me want to tease her more.
こうやって見ると案外仲良く見えるわよ、二人とも。うっさい、あんたは黙ってて。はいはい。私もなんとかして柊さんと仲良くなりたいわ。
I hear you can catch her attention if you mention Pompon.
え、ポメ太郎？
Oh, Pometaro. That's what he calls her, the dog, actually. Because of the Pomeranian.
ねえねえ、ポメ太郎って何？
シャルロットだって言ってるだろ。
A short while later, I'm once again at it, filling in the classes I want to take. Both me and Hiragi aren't the type to enjoy classes that mainly involve note-taking, so naturally ours fill up with the more practical classes, where you're moving around and being active. Hey, we have chem together, a third period on Thursday.
あんたがどきなさいよ。
Heck no, experimenting and mixing chemicals is the bee's knees. We get into yet another argument.
あんたバカそうだから、原告とか取って教養を身につけなさいよ、教養を。
Actually, you should take that to get some refinement and common sense.
はあ？あんたに常識とか言われたくないんだけど。二人とも。
Yes?
プリント回収するから。
Himari is standing in front of us, holding a stack of papers she's collected thus far. So apparently we're the only two that haven't turned ours in.
おいお前らイチャつく
hold on. Alright, back.
誰がイチャつくかこねと。
Classroom bursts into laughter. So it looks like she comes off as a bit more approachable to others. When she shows her feelings directly like this, instead of just acting spitefully.
プリント。
Oh, right, sorry. I double check one last time, put my name on it, and then pass it on to Himari. Something the matter?
なんでもない。
She then scurries back over to Justice. Is she literally not interacting with him because she can't fucking recognize him? Like, they mentioned earlier that girls can change to the point where they're not recognizable. But he's the one that changed to the point where she can't recognize him, and now she, like, read the name on the papers, like... That's him!
ねえねえ、ひまひま。やっぱり駅前行くのやめて。今日こそ私とライブの DVD よ。だったら面白い映画見ようってば。
Even though we're in the same class, I can still feel a thick wall between Himari and me. I don't think she hates me or anything, but I don't know. For some reason, my words always get caught in my throat when we come face to face with each other. I guess I just don't know what I talk about with her.
なになに？ため息なんてついちゃって。恋煩い？はっ、似合わなすぎ。
Say what you will.
それじゃあ今から帰りのホームルームを始める。
My mind is in another world, so his words don't reach my ears. I was a tad bit happy when we ended up in the same class, like old time's sake. Like old time's sake, but was that just me? I tried following her with my eyes, but he never did look at me. Okay, I'm gonna head on home then.
はいよ、また電話するからよろしく。
After getting off work, I arrived at our apartment, bringing with me a pleasant amount of exhaustion weighing on my body. I was helping set up this venue by the station where they are going to be holding an outdoor concert tomorrow. My selling point is my insta availability, basically being able to rush over after just one call. I'm always getting a pretty good pay considering it's day labor. I'm home, Mom.
おかえりなさい。
What?
元気にしてた？未来の我が息子よ。ちょっとお母さん？
I have several questions. What's Himari doing here?
あら、いいじゃない。どうせあなたたち学校卒業したらすぐ結婚するでしょ。だからなんですぐそういう方向に話を持っていこうとするわけ？あなたたちがもたもたしてるからじゃない。ねえ。
Well, I can hardly respond to that given my complete and utter confusion with the current situation. Actually, wait, what time is it? Is Himari seriously over at my place at this late hour?
おかえり。夕飯できてるわよ。あんたも早くシャワー浴びてここ座りなさい。
There's my mom with 2 open wine bottles. God almighty, Mom, it's only 7 p.m. and you're already drunk. Are you an alcoholic, for Christ's sake?
ごめんね。急にお邪魔しちゃって。すぐお母さん連れて帰るから。
No,
なーに？帰ってきて早々、私たち追い出す算段？今日は、あなたたち2人が数年ぶりに同じクラスになったお祝いも兼ねてるんだからね。だから別にそんなことでお祝いする必要ないってば。
はいはい。ひまりちゃんも観念して、さっさと席ついて。
ごめんなさい。
You don't have to apologize to me. Well, the situation has already come to what it is. Can't prevent it now. Heck, my mind is still in absolute chaos. But I go and take a quick shower to wash off my sweat regardless and sit down at the lively table.
それじゃあ主役も揃ったことだし、改めまして乾杯！
乾杯！乾杯。
Himari and I clang our glasses filled with freshly pressed 100% orange juice. Basically, it'd be a whole host of problems if we were to go along with the mood and get drunk too. Plus, neither of us has really gotten our taste buds used to wine naturally.
それで二人とも今日は学校どうだったの？
Well, it was okay, I guess. I toss a glance towards Himari and see that she's feeling totally out of place. Her eyes are glued to the floor. School already reminded me of such, but we couldn't just return to how we were in the past with the flick of a switch.
普通って何？もっと教室のど真ん中で抱き合ったり、再会の涙で頬を濡らしたりとかいろいろあるでしょ？
Nothing even remotely close to that happened. Like, good God, that end up on the most embarrassing moments of my life. If I were to do something as out of place and dramatic as that, I doubt my future in the class would be bright.
他にもクラスメイトたちの目を盗んで掃除ロッカーの横でキスしたり、
授業中こっそりお互いにメールをし合ってにんまりとか。ねえねえ、どうなのよ。少しは私たちにも進展状況を教えなさいって。進展って言われても、私たちそういう関係じゃないって昔から言ってるでしょ。またこの子はなんで釣れないのかしら。ちょっと前までは夜な夜な彼の写真を見つめて己の体を慰める日々をずーっと続けてたってのに。
それ本当？
嘘です。こんなところでそんな悪質な冗談言わないでよ。はいはい。でもあんたね、今の時期逆にそれくらい男の子に興味持ってもらわないと親としては不安なんだけど。だから別に興味ないわけじゃん。
That she embarrassedly averts her gaze. That's surprising. If I go off what Yoko just said, that would mean Himari doesn't have a boyfriend, right?
ひまり
Right
ちゃ
now?
ん、別にそんなに照れなくても大丈夫よ。こいつなんて逆に異性に興味ありすぎて部屋の中は丸まったティッシュでいっぱいだから。
Hey, stop it! Guys my age are very sensitive, okay?
やっぱり絶対こうなると思った。なーに？何か私に文句でもあるのかしら？別に。
Himari then goes into sulking. I can understand how she's feeling. Practically ever since we've known each other, our moms would always talk about us when they got together. Going through the trouble of responding to the things they say is just a waste of time, really.
ひまり？あなた昔はもうちょっと素直じゃなかった？今からそんなんじゃすぐに愛想つかされて終わりになっちゃうわよ。 終わりも何もまだ始まってすらいないんですけど。
Himari is starting to snap.
おばさん、このぶり大根超美味しいですね。
気に入ってもらえて嬉しいわ。ほら、あんたもずっと黙ってないで何か言いなさいよ。
Yellowtail Daikon Rat is just the best!
そういうことじゃなくて。
Partly because of work, I'd worked up a hefty appetite. Leaving our moms to their own devices, we wolfed down the dishes before us together. Mom, do you have more miso soup?
色気ゼロね。
二人ともそんなにお腹空いてたの？
Enough to eat a bear.
成長期だからね。
They certainly are in sync for people who haven't talked in fucking ages.
その割に誰かさんの胸はあまり成長した様子がないのよね。
Really? 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 Yo, you fucking killed her. You know what, I'm gonna save here, so in case I don't get a good CG to use as the thumbnail, I can literally just use negative Himari as the thumbnail.
お母さん。あらあら、この子ったら沸点が低くて嫌になっちゃうわ。
大丈夫よ、ひまりちゃん。私だって昔は人より成長が遅い方だったけど、大学入る頃にいきなり大きくなったから。
そう、それです。多分私はそっちのタイプだと思います。
This is the most awkward conversation a guy can be a part of! Silly, dirty jokes and topics are no problem, but when it comes to strangely realistic things of this nature, naturally it's hard for me to join the conversation. It's the same thing Mochizuki does to me at school, and I always get this queer feeling when it happens. I guess that's just how it is when you're a guy.
女性の価値は胸の大きさだけじゃないもん。この間レコード大賞を取った新人歌手の女の子も言ってたし。
そうね。でも大丈夫よ。うちの息子は胸だけで女性の魅力を判断しないから。ね、そうでしょ。
Well, if you want the opinion of a guy, then I'd say that there are counted things more important than breast size.
そうそう。内面とか、その子の人となりの方が重要よね。
Actually, I'm talking about thighs. I want thighs that can crush my head. And she just looks at him like, "You're a disappointment, son." Absolutely.
とか言いつつ、あんたの場合性癖が幅広いってだけで、胸への関心はしっかりあるけどね。
The look I'm getting is not so nice. What the hell, Mom? Why'd you do that? Do me in like that? You guys are all simple, myself included. Be it cute or be it not, ultimately it comes down both in ultimately it comes down to that, both in terms of personality and looks.
まあ、そうよ
I love
ね。
talking.
だから女はいつまでも綺麗でいたいって思うわけだし。
Personality counts more than looks, though. If a girl has an irredeemable personality, you will get tired of her, even if she's the most attractive girl on the
ねえ
planet.
ねえ、それじゃあ肝心なこと聞くけど、真面目な話どう？うちのひまり、私から見ても最近は少しは大人っぽくなったと思うんだけど。ちょっとお母さん、いいじゃない、これくらい聞いたってねえ。
ほら、なんとか言ってあげたら。
With that, I find 3 pairs of eyes focusing on me. Come on, this is not fair. That's just not fair. Supposing I did praise Himari, it's clear as day that would only lead to teasing. Well, I'll admit that she does look fairly pretty now. I mean, after all, you've been, putting in effort on that front, right?
まあ、人並みには。
We both avert our eyes and a momentary silence ensues. Could have seen that coming. The thing is, haven't even managed a conversation at school before, and now we're basically being forced to talk to each other with this.
二人とも喧嘩でもしてるの？
No, it's nothing like that.
そう？ならいいんだけど。
That Himari's mom starts to pour something new into her glass. Was her question prompted by us acting distant or something like that? Continued to eat in silence, leaving our mothers to their own devices. We used to be able to chat with each other easily and openly back when we were kids, but it's definitely not the case anymore. It was a night where I keenly realized that fact.
本当にごめんね。今日いきなりお邪魔しちゃって。
Nah, it's okay, you don't have to apologize. I mean, my mom had her share of fun too. It's past 9 p.m. Our two moms just kept drinking and drinking with no end in sight, so my mom went ahead and told me to go take Himari home. Not Hikari. Wrong one. Oh, man, it's so damn awkward. She's been pretty quiet throughout, so I imagine she feels just the same. It's hard to believe now, but once upon a time we used to play with each other literally every day. She could always be pretty stubborn about the strangest of things. So we did get into surprisingly huge fights at times. But both of us were only children, so in our free time we only had each other to play with. We used to be neighbors, but a few years back we moved into the apartment we're currently living in. That led to us ending up in different school districts and consequently different schools. After that, we just naturally stopped talking and hanging out. Since we're in the same class now and all, I hope we can be friends again. That separation was what had given rise to the current awkward relationship we had. Since we, unfortunately, know just about everything from each other's pasts, there's no way to feign anything. Which leads to my mind spinning in circles, as I have no idea what to talk about. I know your mom still comes over every now and then to hang out with mine, but, for you, that was your first time at our apartment, right? How was it? She posed the question for a while.
高かったかな。窓から下を見たらちょっとめまいがした。
Well, the 8th floor is pretty high up, yeah. It wasn't easy for me to get used to it either at first. We continue onward with our weirdly little conversation. We talk about stuff like tomorrow's weather or the supermarket that was open just recently. To be honest, I doubt anything from this conversation would stick in my head right now, regardless what it was we'd talk about, unless it was something seriously important. So yeah, back last year in summer, the girl Genki had a crush on.
元気くんっていつも学校で一緒にいるあの？
Yeah, he's just as eager to find a girlfriend this year as me.
そうなんだ。
We reached the street where Adele Bridge, the symbol of our town, is most visible from. From here on, it's only a short walk until the main square by the station. The lights on this bridge, which is apparently named after a French actress, are simply gorgeous at this time of the day. It captures your eyes.
なんか変わったよね。学校と今とじゃ全然違う人みたいだから。
Really? You're sure you're not just imagining things?
気のせいじゃないよ。なんかこう雰囲気とか話し方とか。
The thing is, that's unnatural. It's natural to change the way you act depending on who you're currently interacting with. That's a natural phenomenon. It happens. It's normal. It's not being fake. It's actually just the natural way of interacting with people.
そういうの全部。
She then grabs the handrails and stares out at the ocean.
今の方か、どっちかっていうと昔っぽい。
I know I'm kinda hyper and stuff at school. Do I come off as annoying?
別にそういうわけじゃないけど。
People change as time goes on. I'm supposing it's just a short period of a few years. That still holds true. All it takes is a different environment or a simple change in perspective, and anyone will begin to change slowly but surely. Maybe it's because I have friends now that more friends now that are like that. And now just having fun and goofing around in class is a ton more fun than classes. At least I think so, but I'm positive Genki and Mochizuki feel that way too.
そっか。
I couldn't care less about studying and learning. But I wonder whether I'll be able to say that in a year from now. I do think about what to do after graduating, much like anyone else, but sometimes when I'm just messing around and having fun, I stop really caring about school and all that. Well, enough about me. I feel like you've changed a lot too, Himari. You feel like a totally different person.
そうかな。
You do. I do. It's kind of hard to find the right ways to describe it. But, well, I really do think you're pretty now.
そう。ありがとう。
I wasn't trying to impress her or anything, so I don't think it hurts to say something like that. And I mean, fact is, a lot of guys are into her, and that should be proof enough that she is pretty. Genki isn't alone in that regard, just pondering the idea I could really see myself developing something for her.
今日学校で彼女が欲しいって大声で言ってたよね。
Yeah. See, I've just about had it with life without a girlfriend.
そのことなんだけど、本当に今彼女いないの？
Huh? Why do you ask? My desperateness should be proof enough that I don't have one. Even people that don't even know anything about me could understand that easily. If I said all that while actually having a girlfriend, that would make me a grade A scumbag. Well, I want one so bad because I don't have one. It gets lonely just spending Christmas time with your mom, and like next year I don't have much time with graduation and what's next on the horizon. So I've set my mind on finding one before summer break, no matter what.
それって彼女になってくれる人なら誰でもいいの？
Huh?
昨日言ってたでしょ？がっつきすぎたって言われて笑われたとしても、自分は絶対彼女作るんだってなんかそんな感じで。
Yeah.
それって人によっては誰でもいいみたいに聞こえるから。
True, I guess you could interpret it that way. But even if it comes across like that, it was laced with my ironclad determination to give 110% towards getting a girlfriend. Naturally, I won't just settle for any fish in the sea. My ideal scenario is confessing to a girl I know and feel passionate about. Then, well, dating her.
好きな人できるといいね。
Thanks. There's no need for me to get in a hurry or anything. That was my line of thinking prior to this year. When a chance arises, when I get serious, when I met that special someone, then I'd get to it. That's how I'd lived my life up until now. But
学校楽しい？
definitely, it's a blast. I don't get anywhere unless I make an effort myself. And if my dream girl is somewhere out there waiting for me, then I wanted to bet my last page of adolescence on that. I felt that from the bottom of my heart. Is this the opening? It is. I will just shut up and make my face just... There we go.
やった私体重10キロも落ちてるこれマジすごくない
Nice view. Anyways, so yeah, this is where I'll be ending the part here. That opening was really nice. I actually got a bit of goosebumps there. Like, that was really atmospheric and all that. Anyways, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and see you next time. Also, I'm gonna look for a different CG to use for the first part. I'm gonna use the Yuzu with the hamster for this one instead, since it feels fitting. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and see you next time. Bye-bye. That's F5.